Here's the thing. Men, our biggest fear in life is that we're going to get caught being a kid fucker. That's every guy's biggest fear. Even if you would never do it, every guy's like, that's what's going to happen to me. I know it. It's like being afraid of sharks when you live in the desert. Like, I don't go to the ocean, but it's going to happen. Because it's a fear not based in its likelihood, but in how horrible it would be if it happened. Because when they catch a pedophile, holy fuck. Holy shit. It's brutal because we're scared. We're so scared of pedophilia because it's here and it's not going anywhere. That's a fact. It's not like there's a finite amount of pedophiles and we got the last one. No, it keeps happening. Every generation, there's more. Some of you have kids and some of them are going to grow up and fuck kids. They might, you know. Okay, no, of course not yours for some reason, but they're coming from someplace. So any real solution has to start with the basic reality that there will always be pedophiles. Not a great thought. I understand it's not uplifting. You wouldn't put that on a fridge magnet. Or on your screensaver at the office. There will always be pedophiles. Hey, where's Jim? He's not at his desk. We do. We have to start with that reality because our solutions that we have so far don't really work. Here's our current solution to pedophilia. We wait till somebody fucks about 10,000 kids, and then we go, all right, you better cut that out. That's pretty much it. There's no measures for preventing it. None. We have no policy to prevent we're not even just like a street sign. There's a street sign for everything. No hunting, no spitting, no skateboarding. I've never seen a don't fuck a child sign in the world. I've been all over the world. Not even just like a picture of a guy fucking a kid with a line through it. So that it transcends language barriers. I mean, try it. You won't get most of them with the sign. But even if one out of 50 of them is like, oh shit, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was an issue. That's money well spent. There's things that might work and we don't even try them. Like, is anybody working on very realistic child sex dolls? Okay, then let them fuck your kids forever. If that's better, I'm so sorry for suggesting something that might actually work. Oh no. Let them fuck both my sons, but don't make a doll. That would be distasteful. The thing is that I'm still talking about it, this problem, we lose things because we won't really face it, you know, that are important to us, like the Boy Scouts. Boy Scouts, wonderful thing. Being sued out of existence because of all the kid fuckery that goes on. And I know it's upsetting, because look, here's the thing, the Boy Scouts is a wonderful thing for kids. They go to the woods, they work together, they learn skills, they get in touch with nature. What could it be better for a boy than that? But some of those guys want to fuck the kids. I don't think they do it a lot. It's not like there's just a shitload of kids being fucked in the Boy Scouts. I think it's mostly that they find out that the guy wants to. I don't actually know, though. I don't. Do you know why I don't know? Because I'm afraid to look it up. I'll go to prison for typing it into a Google. How do you solve a problem if you're afraid to fucking look it up? How many Boy Scouts get fucked on a... Oh, shit! Every time I move, I gotta tell my neighbors that I looked that up. Here's what happens. Every few years, you find out there's some pedophile-type people in the Boy Scouts, and then they announce, we got them all. We're good. And then a year later, oh, there's a bunch more. What's going on here? At some point, you gotta wake up to the basic fact That maybe the people who are best suited to give your kids these wonderful experiences are folks that want to fuck them. Maybe that's why they're good at it. Maybe that's, if you want that, that's where you go. Maybe that's just the way that goes. Who else would want to take a bunch of kids to the fucking woods? Who wants to take your shit kid to the fucking woods? You don't want to take them. Who else would want to do that except people that are barely containing that they want to fuck every kid in the face? That's why they're good at it. That's what makes them good at it. I'm not saying that all scoutmasters are pedophiles. I might be saying that the best ones are. I might be saying that. That sounds right. So I don't know. If you have to lose the whole thing, just tell your kids. Some of those guys want to fuck you. Just be careful. Have a good time. Take the contribution from where it comes. Michael Jackson, wonderful music. Blessed us with wonderful music. Did some other things too. What's worse? A pedophile who makes beautiful music or one that doesn't? This is the choices. No pedophiles is not on the menu.
I'll tell you this story about one time that I thought I was going to die. I think it's the only time where I thought, why wouldn't this be when I die? I was on a plane. I've been on a lot of planes and a lot of shitty weather and stuff, but this shit was fucked up. I was in Indianapolis on a plane waiting to take off, and we're sitting there, and the pilot comes on, and he says, "Hi, folks, the fuel gauge is broken, so we're waiting for maintenance." So we wait, about 20 minutes. Then he comes back on, "Folks, the fuel gauge is still broken, but we're going to go anyway. We know how much fuel we have, and we feel confident it'll be okay, so we're going to go." And I'm thinking, okay, well, he's a pilot. I'm sure he's going by some manual that says, if the fuel gauge breaks, call maintenance. If they're not there in 20 minutes, fuck it. Fuel gauges are overrated, just go, you're fine. Just top it off and remember what happened. So then we still don't take off, and the guy comes back on. "Folks, we have another problem. LaGuardia Airport in New York won't give us clearance to take off because the weather's been bad there intermittently, so we're going to wait for that." So we wait 20 minutes. Then he comes back on. "Folks, LaGuardia still hasn't given us clearance, but we're going to go anyway. We're looking at the radar. We think the weather will be fine. So what we're going to do is say that our destination is Philadelphia. We'll get clearance to go there. Halfway to Philadelphia, we'll switch course to LaGuardia Airport. We'll be there in a few minutes." I swear to God he said this. First of all, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be honest with the dude in the tower. Like, does the dude in the tower have to go, "Really? You're going to come on? Tell me where you're going." And why is he telling us this shit? Am I going to have to corroborate this lie if we get pulled over by the sky police at some point in the flight? "Oh, no, we're totally going to Philly. I got a brother there, and we got a thing in Philly." But I'm still fine with it because we're travelers on the plane. Yeah, I got a thing. Fuck it. I'm immortal. Just go, please. Yes. Go into marginal weather with shoddy equipment secretly. I totally support this plan. So we take off. We get above where we are right now, and it's just a black motherfucker of a cloud. It's just like the Wizard of Oz. It's just, there's trees throwing apples at us. It's crazy. It's just horrible, and we're the whole flight, and we're making these circles. And me and the guy next to me are both listening to the tower. You know how you can plug into your seat sometimes, and you can listen to the tower talk to the area airplanes. And we keep hearing our guy trying to get clearance to land from LaGuardia. "This is Delta 288 requesting clearance to land. It's a negative 288, low visibility." A few minutes go by. "This is Delta 288. We would really like clearance to land." "Yeah, that's a negative 288. Like he was getting annoyed. And meanwhile, we're just circling and burning this vague amount of fuel. We could just stop being an airplane at any second. And then we hear this. This is all true. The LaGuardia guy comes, "It's LaGuardia Airport to all area airplanes. We are closed for the night. Zero visibility. Not safe for landing. Please divert to Philadelphia or Allentown, Pennsylvania or Boston." And then we hear our guy, "This is Delta 20. We need to land now. We have no fuel. We have no fuel. We have to land right now." Wow. Interesting. Then there's a pause, and then we hear this. "Well, then clear to land, then 280. That's how he said it, like, dude, no one can see, okay? But just, I guess all the dumb decisions you made today have made this a good one. Just take a shot. I'm going home. Just fucking turn the lights off after you crash. I don't give a shit, frankly. By the way, you're not supposed to be here, you fucking liar. You said you were going to Philly." So as soon as we get clearance, we just, like, we start bulleting. We're either flying desperately towards the ground or falling. I don't know that there's a difference. We come out of the clouds, and there's the fucking Earth right fucking there. It's right there. That's what low visibility means. We come out of the clouds, and no, fuck, it's right there, Jesus! And the plane just, and you can feel the plane go, "Oh, fuck, I can't do that. What are you, nuts?" And we go and veer over the highway, and I swear to God, I saw people in their cars go, "What the fuck?" And we hit the runway like sideways, like poof. And the pilot comes back on, all true, I swear to God. He's totally out of breath. He's like, "Welcome to LaGuardia Airport, New York City. You may turn on your cell phones now, and you may call your loved ones." He said that. He said, "You may call your loved ones." And everybody on the plane was crying and rocking back and forth, just sobbing, calling their husbands and their wives. I'm divorced. What am I going to, "Hi, remember you hate me? Well, I almost died." And I got in a cab, and the cab driver goes, "That was a very bad landing." I was like, "How'd you know that was me?" He's like, "That's the only plane to land in 4 hours." We all watched the drivers. We said, "They're going to die."
Why'd you only do 8 this year? I'm sure that was your choice.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I was gonna do what happened was I wanted to take a year off again. I wanted to not start shooting until the fall, and then and they agreed, FX, to let me take a year off. And so then a couple months went by. This is after I finished last season. I was really tired, and a couple months went by, and I was one night I got high. I smoked pot. And I got excited about a whole idea for the next season. I was like, I think I figured out next season. I've got an amazing idea for next season. And I started writing it, and I was like, this is going to be so great. I want to do this now. And I wrote to the president of FX because the next morning he was going to announce that we were taking a year off.
Right.
And I said, hold the announcement. Can I come back after all in the spring? And he said, shit, okay, I got to talk to everybody. So he went and talked to everybody, and then he wrote me back, and he said, you have to say what you're doing now because we have to announce this. And he said, we already spent the money for a full season, but you can do a partial season if you want to come back soon. And I was like, totally. And then, so he announced that the next morning. And then I woke up and I looked at all the shit I wrote when I was high. I was like, this is terrible. This is terrible stuff. I didn't use a single idea. I had like 10 pages written.
Right.
10 stoned pages.
Could you tell us one idea?
It was all, the whole plot was that Doug Stanhope, who was on the show a few years ago,
As Eddie, yeah.
as Eddie, who the suicidal comic, that I run into him in New York, and he's like wearing a suit and tie, and he just, he cleaned up his act, and he's making money. He's like an investment banker or something like that. And we end up opening a comedy club together. I had this idea. I open a comedy club, and I become a club owner, and and I thought, that's such a cool idea. I wrote all these ideas about young comics come and stuff like that. And then I looked at it all. I was like, no, none of this is funny. And it just stunk. It was really bad. And so now I'm like, I got to fucking... And I only got 80 episodes. And the whole thing was just so stupid. It was just... I made a huge decision that had impact on my and a lot of other people's lives, because a lot of people work for me. And I was stoned at the time.
That's wonderful to hear. How's the pot? You like the pot, huh?
I do very little of it. It's like every couple of weeks. If I do it, I'm very paranoid about drug use. So if I get high like twice in a week, I'm like, I have a problem, and I stop, because I just don't I don't think it's good for comics getting high. It takes your will away, and it makes you too comfortable. You know? So I don't do it a lot. And I got kids. I can't be fucking around with that shit. But once every couple of weeks, smoke a little marijuana.
Just a little bit?
I bought a big thing of marijuana from a guy like 10 years ago. So I smoke very old marijuana. It's really old and dusty.
You still have it from 10 years ago?
I don't know how long ago it was, but it was a while ago.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
That's funny. You know what they're doing with marijuana these days and the edibles? You can get some nice fresh stuff, Louis.
Yeah, but I don't want to I don't want to go become a consumer of pot and go find a pot guy.
Right. You told that wonderful story, I think it was in Comedians in Cars with Jerry.
Yeah.
Getting high and going to the 3D movies, the IMAX.
Yeah, I fucked up a little, too, because I've been back there since, and there's people who see me and oh, my God, he's high now. He's at the IMAX.
Right.
And that's like the perfect nightmare when you're high.
It's the thing now.
Yeah. So
You just want to go and relax and enjoy the movie.
That's all I want to do. I don't want to be pestered.
Yeah, nobody wants to be pestered when they're high.
I hate being pestered.
No, I was talking about being 40. Now I'm 41, and how when you go to the doctor, they don't try to fix anything anymore. I go to the doctor because my ankle hurt for 3 months, and the doctor just says, "Yeah, your ankle's worn out. That's all.
Wear and tear.
Just take lots of leave." Yeah, that's what he said. And I'm like, "Well, what if I was an athlete?" And he says, "Well, you're not an athlete, so no."
So we don't have to worry
keep
about
those
it.
options off the table. And so I'm grousing about that and getting some laughs. And so a person in that studio, this was on the radio, on the phone, goes, "Really? Because I would think at 40 you would still be getting some solutions from the doctor."
The hole.
Yeah, isn't that weird that it was...
The hole.
The chick.
I mean,
They insist
just
all these...
shuts, and all the laughter stops.
Yeah.
That's...
I would think that at 40 the doctor would still come up with some options for you there.
Thank you.
Why did...
Fun kryptonite.
And so there's a pause, and then I go... Yeah, he didn't, is what I'm saying. Where I'm going with this is that he didn't. That's the engine of this piece of comedy. That's how it functions, is that it didn't.
Get it, dummy?
What are you helping by correcting the piece of comedy?
You would think.
The whole point of any piece of comedy is that you're inflating and exaggerating to a comedic effect. So it's the easiest thing to cut the legs out from under it. It's the easiest, stupidest, most worthless thing to do.
I hope you gave her this speech.
No, I didn't. I just said, I packed all of that into, he didn't is what I'm saying.
Right.
And I just sat there so mad, and then the rest of the interview, I'm just like, yeah, and just answering questions, yes or no, and I just want to get off the phone.
Well, she doesn't understand because, again, we've said before that when certain holes just leak brains and humor out of them. And that's why when they're on a radio show, they just get up and their seat has funny on it, but the mic has none in it.
No, it's like the fun of the show is a balloon, and she literally put a vagina on the side of the balloon and let the fun out.
They insist on having the women part of these morning shows.
And then there was that
it.
was somewhere in Pennsylvania. I don't remember where. And then there was a show in Albany, and it's a show I really like doing. But we're talking about my kids, And I go, yeah, I've got 2 kids, and I'm divorced now, so I have my kids with me by myself all the time because we share custody. And it's hard. I have to have, like I had to take a dump the other day, and I had to do it. Can I say that? They're not going to.
Oh, yeah.
I had to do it with the door open because I got 2 kids to watch. Nobody else is home, so I can't, unless I'm going to gather them into the bathroom to watch Daddy take a poop. I've got to have the door open while I'm watching the kids.
Right.
And she goes, same person, basically, just keeps moving other cities within the same morning somehow.
Same genitals,
same
different
day.
show.
Yeah, she goes, really? Because your daughter's 7, I would think that she could take care of herself while you're doing that.
Oh my God, that's not the point.
Oh
you
my
idiot.
God.
That's not the point.
And I was like, well, yeah. And then I went the other way with that one. I'm like, okay, that's how you want to do your show?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no, I guess that's true. I guess she could have. You're right.
Just clotheslined your jokes.
Why would the Jews go into the bar? If they owned it, wouldn't they have been there already going over the books and the deliveries?
Yes.
Yeah, a guy who goes into a bar with a duck on his head, and the bartender says, "What do you want?" or something, and it's always the duck says something. Really, because I didn't think that ducks had the power of speech.
Yes. And why wouldn't the bartender comment on the duck as opposed to just speaking?
Really, because usually when I go to a bar, they don't even talk to me. They just seem real busy.
They're an easier way to keep them from jumping on the bed.
Yeah. Wouldn't a duck fall off?
They are horrendous when it comes to radio.
God.
They're like Andy Rooney with breasts. There's
No, but
way
here's
to
the
put
thing
them.
is that I know many, many funny women, and I don't think it's a female trait.
No.
But no man has or will ever do that.
No.
In the history of my life.
You kind of know what's going on, and
Because only a hole would be that dumb. But as a sex, I don't believe that it's a trait.
on
No, I
radio,
just there's an improv, which is a boring art, but there's art to it, it's called yes and. That's the rule of improv. It means that if somebody posits a idea, you don't say nah, because you've just destroyed the whole show. You say yes and you add something. You accept their premise and you add to it and you keep building that way. You don't just go no. I did improv once, and I just because it made me look good and made them all look bad. I was the no guy, and I shut down every scene that started. They're like, "Oh, sir, isn't this the restaurant where everybody's crazy?" I'm like, "No, it's a fine restaurant. There's nothing going on."
Oh, okay. Could you please tell me where the silly restaurant is?
I never heard of any place like that.
Yes.
Why would anyone go to a place like that? Wouldn't you want to eat something?
Yeah.
And everybody just, But I got huge laughs.
I'll have the steak then.
That's hilarious.
Oh, is that
really
great?
good.
Screw them.
You think improv's it is a little bit boring, isn't it, most times?
Yeah.
A lot of times I've seen improv. It's very good.
Yeah.
All right.
Stupid holes. They just wreck. Why are they such a staple?
It really is.
Now, Anthony.
But really, even more than that noise, it's that thing of like questioning what is the value of that? What do you think? Is this like the 60 minutes of my bits? Is this like you're exposing my bits so that they won't work and your show will be boring?
We looked into Louis C.K.'s bit and found he wasn't being completely accurate. We visited this doctor that has done much work on 40-year-olds.
It turns out he offered many solutions to Mr. C.K., which he did not bring up during the comedic bit.
I went in with a hidden camera and said I have a problem ankle.
Stop it.
He offered me a lot of solutions.
No, it's not funny.
Yeah, there it is.
You know you're right.
Oh, Anthony. Oh, you know you're going to go to hell for this.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Oh,
guys.
Uh-huh.
That's the best one. It's like, oh, guys, like, stop the craziness now.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Now, guys, let's not make fun of people.
Yeah, that's the number one rule. Let's just not make fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
They're devoid of humor, and if there are people that are funny in the room, it's just over. And I don't know why program directors or shows think it's a good thing to have that. We were told so many times, you guys, I think maybe a girl in there, a woman, her side, her point of... No. Why do we want that on this show?
If you stumbled upon a woman who is really funny and added things, then maybe you'd put her on the show. But to have somebody because that's the way they get put in is, you're here to be on give the women a side of the show, which has to be contrary, has to be just worthless and shutdowny.
Because the women will look at you like you're keeping them in control. The guys think they're in charge, but we all know
who's really in charge here.
Gang rape on the console. Right. Show her who's boss.
We just like doing horrific things to women on our show. Not having them as an equal to what we're trying to do every morning.
We doing here.
K is going to be doing the One Traveling Virus this summer. We should have the dates soon, I guess. Soon. I think we're doing 8 to 10 dates this year. There goes our summer. But Louis C.K. is definitely going to be with us. That's very, very good news. We found that out this morning.
Going to be a pisser.
And your wife wasn't impressed, you were saying?
Yeah, I came home and I showed her all these offers, and it's good. You guys are paying really good money. Like I don't have
care of the comics.
Yeah, I don't have a TV job right now, so that's my income. Yeah. And I showed it to her, and she's like, "Yeah, great. So you're going out of town, leaving me with the kids." I'm like, "Fuck you. How much money do you make?"
What are you pulling in this week?
Yeah. Would you rather starve to death and fucking let the kids get skinny? You fucking ungrateful cunt.
Now, the only way
who doesn't listen to XM?
She doesn't quite get the point that, this is your job. You don't go on...
And I'm remembering the phrase I was trying to remember. The separation of labor. Is that what it is? The division of labor contract has been thrown away in marriage.
Because I know where you're going to go with this, but I got to ask Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Like, when you married your wife, you were already in comedy, right?
Yes, I was.
So it's not like you were...
I didn't spring it on her. No.
It wasn't like you're working for Nassau, you had a 9-to-5 job, you were coming home, and she knew what she was getting into, that you'd be there to raise the kids. When you guys met, she knew you were a road comic.
Yes. But the way, it's not even that I go on the road. The point is that I enjoy my job.
Right.
So she thinks of it that because it's not like I'm going out and slack. She wishes I was doing a miserable job, and then she would be proud of me
you'd come home
for
and go,
debasing myself in order to put a roof over the head. But the fact that I do something that I'm proud of, that I love doing, but it still puts a roof over the head. But because women's liberation... because there are women that have careers, we're not allowed to say that we are providers anymore if you're a man. But the fact is, my wife lives off of my fucking work and doesn't do shit. So if she had a career, then she could go, fuck you with your Open Anthony tour. I don't care. I'm working too.
Yeah, I got my money.
But the fact is, she just eats food that I buy for her. But I'm not allowed to point that out, or else I'm a male chauvinist. Like I'm being a backwards pig by pointing out the fact, which is that if I stop doing these fun tours where I might get blown by a whore or two, that she can't eat, that she can't eat anything, because if she tried to start making she's worthless. She has no sense of she could never support our house. She couldn't do it. If we switched places, it would like some dumb sitcom.
You're right.
The kids would be very happy with me because I'm good at taking care of the kids.
You'd be the fun guy hanging around.
And my wife would be unable to fucking
hold down the job.
She's never done it.
Really?
She worked at a Chinese restaurant for 1 week. And the woman who owned it, this Chinese woman, said to her, how come you so slow?
Oh,
and she said, because I'm busy. How many tables do you have? And she said, I have 3 tables. And she said, I think you may be Nobi waitress. And she fired her.
Wow. That's how you get fired in Asian.
Yeah.
By the way, I think you Nobi waitress.
I think you may be Nobi waitress.
You may be Nobi waitress.
Yeah, exactly.
I had
That's so goddamn rude. Why does everyone all of a sudden have to move? That 2 hours to move around.
What's with the bleeping?
Hey.
It's the whole reason why we're playing it today over here for
were
a second
time.
Were
we supposed to say fucking over it?
Maybe that beep wasn't ours.
No.
Say it.
What happened, Opie?
I fucked up. How?
Played the wrong one.
You fucked up by letting E-Rock do something.
Yeah, no, I fucked up.
How?
I had a scary murderer chase me all night long in my dream.
Oh, honey.
To the point where the dream was so exhausting, I had to wake up It was more exhausting than scary.
Oh. Yeah.
I'd find a place to hide in a town or something, and next thing you know, I get some kind
Scary murderers right there.
I get some communique that he's getting close again, so then I have to take off again. This dream was exhausting, and I woke up and I slapped my face a few times. Just wake up, shake up the brain so the brain forgets this dream, and we'll try another dream.
What are you afraid
I
of
love
facing?
nightmares. I fucking love nightmares.
No, he did. He's
That's
not
what that
afraid. He
is.
faced it. That
No.
means you worked it out.
He was running away from it, and it keeps getting close.
Yeah,
and
no,
he keeps
but
hiding.
when you work
Dream
hard,
analyzing blows.
No, I'm very good at it.
Dream analyzing.
One time I dreamt I was
all
flying.
dreams mean the same thing. It's the Jews trying to control your mind. That's what every dream is. Every dream is that.
But I'm tired because it was exhausting. It was just exhausting.
Nightmares are exciting. They're fun. I love having nightmares. The scarier, the better. You wake up, you're like, holy fuck. But it's like you were in some cool movie. And then you're up and everything's fine. You had, and I've talked about this before, you have like the hugest life-threatening fucking problems.
Right.
And in a second, they're gone when you wake up. It's like, that's fixed.
That is the
Thank
greatest.
God, because I was up for murder of somebody.
I
and
have this,
now I'm
the one
fine.
I have all the time is being in an airplane and we're flying like through a city, I'm like, there's no way we're not hitting those buildings.
I've had the one.
And the pilot's like apologizing. I know we're a little low. Please bear with me. But the thing about that dream every time is that I tell myself, this time this is not a dream. I always dream this.
Yeah.
But this is real. And I'm just sure it's real.
I have that one all the time. We go to take off. It's always on takeoff, and there's trees and a field, and I'm like, oh my God, I could hear we don't have enough power.
Yep.
We're not off the ground, and we're going into the trees. Always. And the plane never fucking takes off right.
No.
and I'm the same way. I go, I know this is a dream. But every time it happens, like, holy shit, why the fuck?
That's your mind telling you. It's a symbolic of being afraid that your plane is going to hit something.
But that's abstract. You really go deep.
Anthony's onto something, though. When you wake up from a horrific dream where you think you're going to prison for life, I don't know, whatever it is, and you wake up and realize it was just a dream, it is the greatest feeling ever.
That's the biggest one I have all the time is I'm just hanging out, and then it hits me, and my memory goes, wait a minute, I fucking helped people kill somebody.
Well, that's what I always have a dream that I murdered people.
Yeah,
and that
they're buried somewhere.
Like someone, I'm in a room and they're knocking on the door to make me pay for my murders.
Really?
And I'm like, that's it. This is the end.
See, I don't get that. I get the one where I've killed somebody, and they're after years, they're on to me. Like the cops are starting to come to the door and go, we found something, and then I'm like, and I start thinking, I'm gonna fucking be in prison for my whole life because I did do this. I'm like, I did it. And then you wake up and go, good.
I dreamt that I was driving a bus. I drove a bus into a crowded intersection and plowed down about 40 people and killed them.
Fantastic.
And then everybody was at the bus windows, banging on the windows, trying to get in at me.
That's actually what I jerk off to.
And then I woke up and thought, oh, thank God.
I dreamt the other day, and this is the truth, and I actually talked about this in therapy.
Yeah.
I dreamt that my mother walked into my room, but the room I live in now, and took a cat litter box full of cat shit and dumped it into the trash in my bathroom. And I said, don't do that. Don't leave that in here. And she belligerently dumped the cat shit into my fucking bathroom garbage can and then walked out.
Wow. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I actually dreamt
Hopefully it means something, not just I don't want mom dumping cat shit.
I actually dreamt the other night. I have a friend who doesn't talk to me anymore. Like, I have a friend who broke up with me.
Why?
I don't know. Like, I wrote him an email saying, I'm not sure what happened, but I miss your friendship. And he never wrote back. He just doesn't talk to me anymore. And I had this dream the other night that I was at his father's funeral. I don't think his father is really dead, but that he's Jewish, and that at Jewish funeral, his father gets put into a giant garlic, a big head of garlic,
clove of garlic, or head, whatever.
A big giant head of garlic, and that he wanted me to carry this big head of garlic to the funeral.
Means a lot to the Jewish people.
But it wasn't part. He's like, I just need you to carry it to the thing and then stop, and then we'll take it from there. Like, I was just carrying his dead father in a giant garlic as a favor, and he wouldn't even. I'm trying to make small talk with him. He wouldn't even talk to me while I'm doing it.
And then at one point he's like, okay, that's far enough. Like, because I'm not Jewish, he wouldn't let me come the rest of the way.
Well, selfish.
you're
Maybe he
carrying
was
the
sad
garlic.
about his father being dead. He's thinking it's about you.
That's
Maybe
right.
he's fucking sad that the man who raised him is now in a garlic head
Who
being
cares?
carried by a fucking redheaded creep.
So maybe he should have
Fucking
helped
snotty
carry.
Jew. Who gives a shit?
But wait, no, wait.
Fucking
That's the oddest
faggot
thing
father.
too. When dead people show up in your dreams,
Yeah.
and stuff, and you hang out. Like my father occasionally pops into my dreams.
That's real,
and,
by the way.
And then you're like,
That's real stuff.
You're like hanging out and talking. It's like, hey, you don't even think twice about it. And then you wake up and go, ew, that was creepy. He's been dead. He's like,
But he's still alive in your dreams.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, there's actual communication going on.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, if you read a book or two on near-death experience.
How come
they'll
it's usually
explain that.
hanging out talking and not driving drunk in his pickup truck with me in the passenger seat, scared shitless?
What is he saying to you in the dreams?
Nothing.
They're
it's like
people, Anthony.
It's small
Don't
talk.
hate them that much. They're people.
No, he wouldn't say that.
No, you must.
In anyone's wildest dreams.
He's making sure you carry the torch for the Kumias.
Yes.
Do not forget the lessons I taught you when you were 5 years old. Or you just wanted to go outside and play. Well, this guy says, Tom in Philly, I had a dream that the show I listened to 5 hours a day once pretended to drop bra bombs on a TV station. What a nightmare.
Then he woke up and realized, we never did that.
Yeah,
Don't ever bring that up.
And then you get Thomas from Dallas. Were you dreaming, Opie, that you were the young Opie and the older Opie was out to kill you for the blimp thing? Linger longer.
Should've.
All right, back to Chris Berman.
It's interesting because the two things I know about you is running away, scared.
What do you mean?
Because the one story that really resonates to me about you is the one where they taught you about sex in school.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, that was
And
horrific.
then told you that your parents know, and then you ran into a tree. Come down.
An apple tree.
An apple tree.
You know,
a very poetic tree.
I was 11.
It wasn't even like a
Yes.
fern. It was an apple
I was
tree. like your
11
tree.
or 12.
That's the real
I was
George
a little too much
Washington story,
info.
by the way.
Well, I was, back
Is it so
when you're
weird?
11 or 12, you're getting your sex, knowledge from other kids that sort of like get a tidbit here. That was good enough for me.
Yeah, exactly.
To see the film and then be warned that the parents are prepared for you to come home from school so you could have a longer discussion on this. I wasn't
Yeah.
ready for that.
No.
I just wasn't ready.
And your parents know. What?
And there's
But there's something
there's no
about-
exaggeration because I as a kid I loved climbing trees. The taller the better. I mean I would get kind of crazy with the climbing of the trees, and I ran right up the apple tree, and I
Wouldn't
remember
come down.
like it was yesterday. My dad looking up at me, going, "Come on, it's not gonna be that bad. Come down."
No,
Come
it
on.
is.
We'll just talk for 5 or 10 minutes. I'm like, no. Oh, it was
But
awful.
that's interesting because that fear, which is not everybody reacts to
Yeah, but
that
that's
with
12
that
years
kind
old,
of
though.
fear.
You
No,
can
I know, but not
understand that
everybody, not everybody reacts with fear to that situation.
Right.
You react to it with fear. And there's something about that and your fear and these dreams, these exhausting running away
Well, your
things.
hormones have
I
to-
think it's the same person.
You know what
in
it comes
this
down
sense.
to, though, in that case, when you're learning about sex, your hormones got to be ready. They got to match
Yeah,
up.
that's right.
Like I developed very late, so for a 12-year-old, I still want to hang out with my GI Joes and my stupid
Yeah.
bike with the baseball card that made the noise a little bit. I wasn't ready for that crap.
All
your
about
hormones
fucking-
got to be ready. You start
Right.
feeling some shit. You're like, all right, tell me what this is. I need to know
I
if
was
this
already
is cool or not.
showing my dick to the retarded girl down the street.
It was all about just sex at that point.
11
It
or
was already-
12?
No, believe me, it was
seventh grade, isn't it?
Oh, I was fucking second grade.
Second grade.
Yeah, yeah.
Third grade, yeah.
It was
Really?
always about like the girls with me growing up and being a kid. Like the first time I kissed a girl, I think I was probably 6 in the basement of this shitty apartment
Yeah.
building, and then she started kissing this other kid named Keith right in front of me. I was like, "You fucking little bitch!" I didn't say that. I was like, "You poopy head," or something.
No, I remember in third grade there was a girl named Debbie Fuller in our class, and we all talked about wanting
I fucked the
wanting to
shit
fuck
out of her.
Yeah, she was.
Third grade. And one time I was in class, and we had this little loft that you could climb in third grade in my classroom, and John Ryan was in there, this fat kid, and he had his little dick out, and he was jerking it off and saying, "I want to fuck Debbie," and everyone was just sitting
Wow.
around. We were all just sitting around, and one of us had his dick out, and he was jacking off. Third grade.
Jesus Christ!
My daughter's in kindergarten.
Where did he get that?
Well, I don't know. I don't know where
I
he's
was
from.
way behind.
Yeah, I know.
I don't have any of those stories from when I was younger.
I remember I loved Kelly Howell when I was in second or third grade. I had such a crush on her, but I had shit my pants a lot. in school.
You shit your pants a lot?
You were a pants shitter?
Horrendous. It would always smell like rust. And I was standing in line one time, and Kelly Howell was right behind me, and she's like, "Did you go poops in your pants?" And it was my first attempt at sarcasm. I'm like, yeah, sure.
It doesn't work when it's true.
No,
though.
of course it doesn't. It was a confirmation that I had indeed flat, it looked like a shit nail head. Like I had flattened it by sitting on it. It was cool. There's nothing worse than fucking cold, rusty smelling shit in your underpants.
Oh, that is horrid. And she knew you shit yourself.
How could she not have? As I was standing there stiff-legging, trying to get out, smelling like shit. I shit my pants all the time in school because I only wanted to shit at home.
I remember I shit my pants in school once, and it was like I just basically coated the inside of my underwear with diarrhea. And I went to the bathroom, and while I'm in the stall, Michael Boyven, the toughest kid in school, and his gang came into the bathroom.
Come on, Woim.
Yeah, exactly. And I was standing on the toilet with my shit underwear in my hands, just praying that he wouldn't kick the door open and find me there.
Would you have been embarrassed?
And I had no choice. I ate it. What else could I do? What else could I do?
I wish Michael Boyden would have found that fucking underwear in your hand. You might not be here today. It might
I
be
wouldn't be
right
right here.
Kill
no.
you.
No, I'd be with him right now. I'd be married to him.
My best shit story happened when I was 31 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've told it a couple times. Rick, our old producer for this radio show, I was down in Florida, and I was meeting his what would be his future wife for the first time, and it was a big deal. And we went out and we had a little lunch, whatever, and I had an upset stomach all day. And it was when like boxer shorts were really in, so you're a little looser, right? And I had shorts on, and I had like sandals on, and I was saying goodbye on their stoop, and I thought I could sneak out just a little bubble fart. And this is a true story, man. A little nugget fell out, rolled down my leg, bounced off my sandal, and just rolled to the front of
Take that with you.
Like down to their feet?
Oh, pretty much. It couldn't have been more perfect.
You know,
how it just rolled and landed right
That
at
was
their
my
feet.
last milk dud. Get all mad.
That's how they say goodbye in some countries. That's actually how you say goodbye.
That's a cookie in Haiti.
That's how I met his future wife, and then I said,
That's how they fell in love?
I don't feel good, and then I just shit my brains for the next 6 to 8 hours or something like that. I ended up not leaving. I had to lay down back in their place. I ended up having just food poisoning or something was going on.
Shit myself.
Oh, it was
shit myself.
It was just one little nugget, and I was already in my 30s.
Oh my god! When I was on writing on Conan, I was a writer there, and I was laying awake in bed one morning, not getting up yet, and I was sleeping in just underwear, no shirt for some reason. I usually sleep in shirt and underwear, and I just laying there and about planning to fart, and just shit. I just shit in my underwear. And for some reason, the fact that I was in bed, mostly naked, it just really upset me. And I was really bummed. And then my phone rang, and it was my friend Dino, who was one of my guys I wrote with on Conan. And I told him what happened. I said, I just feel I don't want to get out of bed now. I don't know. I just don't want to move. This was the grossest thing ever happened to me.
Deal with it.
And then I got out of bed. I cleaned up. And I went to work, and I opened the door, and the writer's assistant, this woman says, "Hey, I heard you shit your underwear this morning." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And every single person came up to me. Conan said, "Hey, how did that go, shitting in your underwear?" and I go to Dino, and I said, "What the fuck?" And he goes, "I assumed you wanted me to tell everybody."
Why wouldn't you?
Right?
You wouldn't have told me.
Didn't you tell me so I could spread the news before you got to work?
Amazing.
I piss the bed stories when I was a kid. I think the last time though wasn't one of those, if you're just a kid, you piss the bed, because I never did that. It was kind of when you're in your early teens almost, and you dream that you're taking a piss.
Yes.
Right.
So you're laying in bed and you're dreaming that you're just taking this fucking wicked piss.
Wicked
piss. And you wake up and go oh boy. Pissed all over the fucking bed.
Do you know I did that with that dream when Louis and I were in Bonnaroo a few years, 2003, in to Tennessee. I woke up in my hotel bed and I was fucking, my sheets were, I pissed my bed. This was a couple years ago.
Wet dreams are fucking great.
When I was
just come and you fucking shoot a load in your sleep.
Just to stay with piss for a second. When I was in first grade, I remember I was in my bedroom just being confused, and I pissed on my bed, like standing there.
That is confusing.
I pissed on my bed, and I remember thinking, I don't know why I'm doing this.
Yeah. Wow, that's weird.
I just pissed on it, and then I didn't let anybody in my room for a while. I just said, please don't go in there, and it just got stiff with piss, and it was really depressing.
Get rid of that bed.
So what about coming in your bed?
Yeah, like when you have a wet dream, and those are just for the very youthful. Right. I don't think I've had one of those in fucking decades. But I do remember you come like in a second, because in your dream, I guess you've been so worked up that in real life you got a rod and you're humping your bed or whatever the fuck you're doing. And then when this dream girl, the girl in the dream, has her clothes off and you just like touch your dream dick to her dream pussy. Yeah. Dream cum comes out all over the fucking place.
Yes.
And then in real life you're just shooting your load all over.
You know, a lot of times,
but in your dream, it's like, it feels amazing.
But a lot of times you're not rubbing in your dream, by the way.
No, you
have just so much like sperm built up.
That's amazing, that complete mental fucking thing then, and there's no physical pumping.
That's why you don't have many wet dreams if you have an active, sex life. You gotta really
dry yourself off.
I've never had one. That's why,
because you're just jacking.
Wet dreams are
amazing. There's a cycle to this, because when I was in 8th grade, 7th grade, 12, 13, that all I needed was 12-year-old, 13-year-old Lauren Tossi in her gym clothes, lifting up her shirt and pulling her shorts down slightly.
Yeah.
That was the picture I had. And I'd come immediately. Like that to me, that was the pinnacle of sex.
Right.
Thank you.
I didn't even. Yeah. No, here's the thing. And then I grew up, and I started getting hand jobs. I started fucking women, getting blown. Coming on asses and faces and tits. And now I'm 40, and I'm back to that's all I can really get off.
That's all you can really think about.
It's a teenage girl showing me 4 inches of her belly.
Yeah.
Let's go to Florida.
What happens there?
No, and a grown woman blowing me, I'm like, can you leave? This is boring.
Let's go to Greg in Florida. Greg.
Hey, what's up?
Fantastic.
Well, I got a good shit story. It's actually twofold. It's the same day.
Twofold?
Okay.
Yeah, it's a twofold. Well, it was about 12 years ago. I used to drive a truck for a bread company, and I
just like how it got old-fashioned for a second. Twofold. The next one would be thrice a shit.
Well, I actually have more shit stories, but this is the best one, I guess you'd say. But anyway, I ate something that morning that obviously didn't agree with me. And, I started feeling it, getting the sweats and, getting the fucking goose pimples on your arm. And so I pulled over the truck, went out in the woods, and didn't have anything to wipe with, so I took a dinner roll with me. And, of course, took my shit, wiped with the dinner roll, and as I'm walking back, I saw some squirrels sitting there eating the damn dinner roll.
Wiped his ass with a dinner roll.
That's
fucking great.
You're a true gentleman.
Dinner roll.
That is about 30 minutes later, it hit me again. So
they're eating dirt cookies in Haiti. He's wiping his ass with a dinner roll. America.
I'll tell you what, it was silky, better than Bob Kelly's damn water
shit!
blast.
Listen, that could be wiping your ass with the dinner roll. That is the ultimate. Fucking. That means that we've got 2 years left in this country. That's the end of Rome. That's the end of the French aristocracy.
Wiping your ass with the dinner roll.
Wiping your ass with a dinner roll.
He's very resourceful, though. That's good thinking.
Sure
Sometimes
is.
you're proud of yourself, and it's like, I figured this out.
How do you have rolls and not a napkin, though? Where were you?
You drove a bread truck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was in a bread. Yeah, it was out in the middle of nowhere.
Wait, so you opened he opened the big back of the truck and took out one dinner roll?
One lucky dinner roll and never going to make it to the dinner table.
Yeah, and then the squirrels were kind of shaking their heads as they were eating it, so I don't know.
All right, they're fine. That part I don't believe.
That dinner roll could have been on the table with a family going, thank you, Lord, for these gifts we are about to receive.
How come there are only 11 of these?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Right.
You ordered the shitter's dozen. Sorry, Jimmy. You were going for the baker's dozen gag.
Shitter's dozen's funny. Fucking baker's dozen like an old lady I'm trying to spit out. That's a baker's, is it?
Shitter's dozen.
All right, we're going to take a break.
A baker's dozen is 13, a shitter's dozen is 11.
My dog. Let me just cap it by saying that my dog ate a full shit diaper yesterday.
Oh my God.
There's nothing. That
what
is
the fuck is with dogs?
the worst
What's with dogs?
moment in a parent's life. It's
Ate
worse
the
than anything
diaper
that's
too?
happened. She eats. Well, she doesn't finish. That's the thing. If she gobbled it up and cleanly ate it, I wouldn't care. But I come home and there's the remnants of a full shit diaper all over the floor, and she's got literally a shit-eating grin and shit in her fucking whiskers.
That was like sushi for your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very enjoyable. All right, more shit stories after the break. And
Good thing.
And we might have another Stan Meyer situation here, a guy that invented another car that would make us all happy.
What happened to Stan Meyer, by the way? Do we know?
I hear it could be hoax, but I don't know.
What's Dan
It was a
Meyer?
real news report, though.
Yeah, I know.
All right, we'll explain next. We started with this. Here's Chris Berman, uncensored. From earlier, we played this with the bleeps, but now you get it without the bleeps for XM.
When I'm doing TV and I got 18, God damn it. Can't everybody stop for 10 minutes? I mean, everybody seems that's the only, everybody can we stick, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's not that much to ask. Is that when everybody has to move when I'm trying to concentrate? Jesus.
And you guys thought I was a pain.
I mean, that's so rude. I can't believe it. It's so goddamn rude. Just, why does everyone all of a sudden have to move? I've had 2 fucking hours to move around. Wait 10 minutes. Jesus. I'm sorry to explode by that, but it's like no one's ever worked on TV here before. Jesus. Sunken under the kid. What the fuck do they think I'm doing? I actually can't believe what I just saw.
Not now.
It's like no one here has worked on TV before. I hear a dial tone. And there were 7 people, though. I mean, Jesus. We need to use the studio for 15 fucking minutes. Just everybody, you know.
It makes sense that God would be a woman, doesn't it? Because you're raised by your mom. I think the reason we made God a man in our cultures is because we want to make sense of the fact that men are in charge. Because otherwise it doesn't really make any sense. Because women, you start with the woman. It's the thing people like to ask, like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Of course it's the egg. Because you can't just make a chicken. You can't just go chicken. You got to start with an egg and grow chicken. And then people say, oh, well, where did the egg come from? From a chicken, you idiot. But the point is, women birthed us, women raised us, so why aren't they running things? I think I know why. I think it's because millions of years ago, women were in charge, and they were mean, they were horrible. They made us walk around naked, and they'd laugh at you, and they'd flick your penis when you walk by. They were awful. But what could you do? It's your mom and her friends. Like, what could you possibly do about it? And then one guy punched his mom, and we were like, we can hit them. But that's why men are mean to women today, because we're terrified of them.
I remember I was in a taxi, I think in New York, and the driver was Muslim, and there was a woman crossing in front of us, and he honked at her because she went after the light had turned, and she gave him the finger. And he said to me, do you know in my country, if a woman show you this finger, I could get out, beat her to death, and if I drive by here a week later, she'd still just be laying there. Like nobody would even clean it up.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm thinking of buying a goat. Because I want to have a trash can that I can make love to. So that's why I'm going to buy a goat. So I can have sex with a trash can. I can do that with a trash can I have now, but a goat has a vagina. That makes it a lot better. I don't care that you're upset. I'm still getting the goat.
I'm watching TV and Tosh is making me laugh, so I wrote a tweet saying, your show makes me laugh. And then I put it down, and then like 2 days later I come home and I read these like bloggers and like Hollywood reporters, Louis C.K. defends Daniel Tosh amid rape joke controversy. I had no idea. He got in trouble for making some jokes about rape, and I didn't know about it. And so I'm a defender of rape. That's what everybody says now. And I've read all this stuff like, shame on you, Louis C.K., and I'll never watch your show. You're a rape apologist. I've been called a rape apologist because I said hi to a guy. Because I said, hey, nice show to a guy who everybody was mad at. So
you really got, you know the lesson here.
never go to Vermont.
No, it's dangerous. It's dangerously
It's a dangerous place.
But here's the thing: this is like a fight between comedians and feminists, which are natural enemies. The biggest, easily, because stereotypically speaking, feminists can't take a joke, and stereotypically speaking, and comedians, Now, I've read some blogs during this whole thing that have made me enlightened to things I didn't know. This woman said how rape is something that polices women's lives, that they have a narrow corridor. They can't go out late. They can't go to certain neighborhoods. They can't dress a certain way because they might get. Now, that's part of me now that it wasn't before, and I can still enjoy a good rape joke. So I have both of them. But here's the last thing I want to say about it. This is also about men and women, because a lot of people are trading blogs and things about this on the with each other. Couples are fighting about Daniel Tosh and rape jokes.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I've been reading in blogs. But they're both making a classic gender mistake, because the women are saying, here's how I feel about this. But they're also saying my feelings should be everyone's primary concern. Now, the men are making this mistake. They're saying your feelings don't matter, your feelings are wrong, and your feelings are stupid. If you've ever lived with a woman, you can't step in worse than that, than to tell a woman that her feelings don't matter. So to the men I say, listen to what the women are saying about this. To the women I say, now that we heard you, shut the up for a minute. And let's all get back together and kill the Jews. That's all I have to say about
it. Because child molesters are very tenacious people. They love molesting childs. It's crazy. It's like their favorite thing. I mean, it's so crazy, because when you consider the risk in being a child molester, speaking not of even the damage you're doing, but the risk, there is no worse life available to a human than being a caught child molester. And yet they still do it, which you can only really surmise that it must be really good. I mean, from their point of view, not ours, but from their point of view, it must be amazing for them to risk so much. How do you think I feel? It's my last show, probably. Because I love old ladies. I really do. I connect with old ladies. Because they don't care. They say whatever. The filter comes off around 72. 8-year-old boys and old ladies have the same sense of propriety. Because old ladies are on the way out. They're like a guy who just got fired and he's leaving the office with his box for the last time. You're fat, never liked you. They just say whatever. And old ladies talk to you in the middle of I'm walking through a supermarket, and there's always an old lady like, it's ridiculous. I'm like, I know, don't buy it. Like, I don't know her. I connect with old ladies. They're my favorite demographic of person. I wish that I desired them. Sexually. I really do wish that I could get a boner from an old lady, because I could find an old lady and spend the rest of her life with her?
I was talking about being 40, and now I'm 41, and how when you go to the doctor, they don't try to fix anything anymore. I go to the doctor because my ankle hurt for 3 months, and the doctor just says, yeah, your ankle's worn out. That's all.
Wear and tear.
Just take lots of leave. Yeah, that's what he said. And I'm like, well, what if I was an athlete? And he says, well, you're not an athlete, so no.
So we don't have to worry
keep
about
those options off the table. And so I'm grousing about that and getting some laughs. And so a person in that studio, this was on the radio, on the phone, goes, really? Because I would think at 40 you would still be getting some solutions from the doctor.
The hole.
Yeah, isn't that weird that it was...
The hole.
The chick.
I mean...
They insist
shuts, and all the laughter stops.
Yeah.
I would think that at 40 the doctor would still come up with some options for you there.
Thank you.
Why did
fun
kryptonite? And so there's a pause, and then I go, yeah, he didn't is what I'm saying. Where I'm going with this is that he didn't. That's the engine of this piece of comedy. That's how it functions, is that it didn't.
Get it, dummy?
What are you helping by correcting the piece of comedy?
You would think.
The whole point of any piece of comedy is that you're inflating and exaggerating to a comedic effect. So it's the easiest thing to cut the legs out from under it. It's the easiest, stupidest, most worthless thing to do.
I hope you gave her this speech.
No, I didn't. I just said, I packed all of that into, he didn't is what I'm saying.
Right.
And I just sat there so mad, and then the rest of the interview, I'm just like, yeah, and just answering questions, yes or no, and I just want to get off the phone.
Well, she doesn't understand because, again, we've said before that when certain holes just leak brains and humor out of them. And that's why when they're on a radio show, they just get up and their seat has funny on it, but the mic has none in it.
No, it's like the fun of the show is a balloon, and she literally put a vagina on the side of the balloon and let the fun out.
They insist on having the women part of these morning shows.
And then there was that was somewhere in Pennsylvania. I don't remember where. And then there was a show in Albany, and it's a show I really like doing. But we're talking about my kids, and I go, yeah, I've got 2 kids, and I'm divorced now, so I have my kids with me by myself all the time because we share custody. And it's hard. I have to have like I had to take a dump the other day, and I had to do it. Can I say that? They're not going to.
Oh yeah.
I had to do it with the door open because I got 2 kids to watch. Nobody else is home, so I can't unless I'm going to gather them into the bathroom to watch Daddy take a poop. I've got to have the door open while I'm watching the kids.
Right.
And she goes, same person, basically, just keeps moving other cities within the same morning somehow.
Same genitals,
same
different
day.
show.
Yeah. She goes, really? Because your daughter's 7, I would think that she could take care of herself while you're doing that.
Oh my God, that's not the point.
Oh
you
my
idiot.
God.
That's not the point.
And I was like, well, yeah. And then I went the other way with that one. I'm like, okay, that's how you want to do your show?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no, I guess that's true. I guess she could have. You're right.
Just clotheslined your jokes.
Why would the Jews go into the bar? If they owned it, wouldn't they have been there already going over the books and the deliveries?
Yes.
Yeah, a guy who goes into a bar with a duck on his head, and the bartender says, what do you want, or something, and it's always the duck says something. Really, because I didn't think that ducks had the power of speech.
Yes. And why wouldn't the bartender comment on the duck as opposed to just speaking?
Really, because usually when I go to a bar, they don't even talk to me. They just seem real busy.
They're an easier way to keep them from jumping on the bed.
Yeah. Wouldn't a duck fall off?
They are horrendous when it comes to radio.
God.
They're like Andy Rooney with breasts. There's
No,
no
but
reason
here's the
for
thing
them.
is that I know many, many funny women, and I don't think it's a female trait.
No.
But no man has or will ever do that.
No.
In the history of my life.
You kind of know what's going on, and
Because only a hole would be that dumb. But as a sex, I don't believe that it's a trait.
On
no, I
radio,
just make there's in improv, which is a boring art, but there's art to it, which is it's called yes and. That's the rule of improv. It means that if somebody posits a idea, you don't say nah, because you've just destroyed the whole show. You say yes and you add something. You accept their premise and you add to it and you keep building that way. You don't just go no. I did improv once, and I just because it made me look good and made them all look bad. I was the no guy, and I shut down every scene that started. They're like, "Oh, sir, isn't this the restaurant where everybody's crazy?" I'm like, "No, it's a fine restaurant. There's nothing going on."
Oh, okay. Could you please tell me where the silly restaurant is?
I never heard of any place like that.
Yes.
Why would anyone go to a place like that? Wouldn't you want to eat something?
Yeah.
And everybody just, but I got huge laughs.
I'll have the steak then.
That's hilarious.
Oh, is that
really
great?
good.
Screw them.
Was that bad? Sometimes I've interceded with kids when their parents couldn't. Like, you know, when you see a parent just losing with a kid, I'll give a kid dirty looks, like kind of scare the shit out of them looks.
Yeah, you could really scare kids with looks.
Like when a kid's being a brat, like, no, I want it, and the parents just doesn't have the fucking strength. I'm sorry, honey, I want it, and I always stare at them. Like, I glare into their eyes and I don't look away. And the kid starts locking in going, why the fuck is that guy looking at me?
Yeah.
And I just stare at them. Like, yeah, I see what a piece of shit you are.
Yeah.
I see it. Because they know. They do know.
Yeah.
They know they're being assholes. They know they're being pieces of shit.
It is a world I had no idea about, man. I mean, your kid wanders off and starts playing with another kid. Now, you're sort of following behind, but you're making it look like he's just on his own. And then all of a sudden, there's another parent there. And the first question you ask is, hey, how old's your kid?
every time. I don't give a fuck how old their kid is, but all of a sudden you're doing small talk with somebody you would never talk to. Oh, she's 17 months, but mine's 14 months.
Oh, really? That's the whole...
Yeah. Over and over and over again. That's the conversation.
Sounds like Dullsville to me.
Oh, yeah. And then...
Yeah, it's pretty boring, but...
And then either one of the kids...
You do get... I get the rage, though. I get that. That's happened to me before, where somebody's fucked with one of my daughters and I want to kill the kid. Or when you just see a kid walking around with a stick, like slamming it into the ground, and you're looking like, who the fuck is watching that kid?
He's looking for trouble.
Who's their parent? And then you realize, oh, it's a grandparent. Like they're out with their grandparents.
Yeah.
The grandparents don't do shit.
Oh, they don't have the
No.
One more and
gumption.
One more and we can certainly move on. The other day, another kid, I had nothing to do with him. I didn't yell at him, nothing. Kid, he's about 3, comes walking up to me, looks right at me and hisses at me. And runs away.
Like a cat?
And I'm like, I want to fucking kick
Made
your
a
ass.
hissing noise at you.
I'm like, why are you hissing at me?
Because he's a dumb kid.
Kids are weird,
A lot of New York
man.
kids are raised in like alternative education, and they're given a very special education led by their own curiosity, and it turns them into really egotistical little assholes.
Little shitheads.
Yeah.
That's great.
Kids that go to public school are kind of checked by society.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to fit in. They have the people that are more aggressive.
Yeah.
People that are more passive. It's their little
They
society.
figure out, yeah.
Right. They
But
figure
these-
out people.
Fucking some of these kids, oh, they're awful. And there's a kid in my daughter's class who's not okay. I mean, this kid's vicious, and his mom is
already, right?
Yeah, and his mom is just ugh. So I'll take moments and say, you got to stop that. I've said some pretty serious shit to that kid.
Yeah.
You got to get your hands off my daughter.
Wow.
I've said to him.
Wow,
Off my
you've
daughter,
had to.
like he's a grown up, like
Yeah,
like
hey.
he owns a gas station or something. Keep your hands off my daughter.
And the kid's personality is already set. I look around that
Yeah, he's a
playground,
mess.
and I already know who's going to be in prison. You know the whole deal. You know the sweet kids.
Yep.
The asshole, like, tough
It's
guy
good
kids.
though.
and-
It's good to observe the people though, and parents. Like I've seen all kinds of. There was the last place I lived before the one I live now. There was a park, and there was a gay dad who was a really stern gay dad. I'd never seen that before. He was really, really gay, and he was like, I am going to slap you in the mouth if you don't stop. He was really strict and tough and very gay.
Very.
Anthony, stop it! Look at me, because I'm fucking serious.
This little tiny kid.
Yeah, and how do you...
Well, his kid doesn't know.
Yeah.
His kid grows up with him being the tough guy, so he doesn't go,
Right.
come on, Dad, you're queer.
He's like, stop with that voice.
He thinks that's what a angry person sounds like.
You're
and it is.
trying to be angry and trying to give me that voice, but we all hear it.
Yeah.
It's certainly a weird.
I don't know.
A
Yeah,
weird world. I'm
I
trying.
can't imagine.
adjust to. I'm really trying, but I don't want to talk to these fucking people.
You have to.
I got to
No,
talk.
you don't
to
really
people.
have to.
You don't?
No.
Bring a paper, bring your phone.
I'm
just look at your hands and just give people one-word answers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because don't they come up to you? Because if
Yeah, they
your
do, and
kids
you
are
just
playing
go,
together, you're like,
how old's your, hey, how you doing? Huh? Did you come here yesterday? Yup. And then you turn your fucking face away from their face, and you feel them. You sort of, in your peripheral vision, you see them going, ugh.
oh, what an asshole.
And then walking away, and that's the end of that person in your life. I
That's
do it all the time.
That's so hard to do. It's hard to be
Really?
an asshole. It's very hard to be an asshole without this microphone in front of me.
No,
like
man.
out in public, I kind of want to be liked. And I'll be overly, like, if somebody's talking to me, I will, in my head, I'll be going, shut the fuck up. I'll literally, sometimes I even mouth it like a ventriloquist. I'm pretty good at, like I could smile and be like, why don't you shut the fuck up? Just shut the fuck up. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. And
you
they're
have a
just
hard time just saying
talking.
it.
So I can't but I'll be like, yeah, nodding my head and they'll keep going. Like, I'd love to be able to go, yup, nope.
I tend to do that now. I didn't used to, but I do that now. And sometimes if I take my kids to Central Park, there'll be people there with their kids. There's certain areas, like there's these waterfalls, and your kids can play near them. And somebody will have kids, and they'll recognize me. my kids and their kids are playing.
Oh,
and
now they're
going,
got it
hey,
in.
you're on TV, and I'm like, yep, okay, girls, let's go home. It's the end of that.
You know, I
I'm
saw
not going to
that
stand here
Louis
and talk
guy.
to this guy. I don't care how much you're bonding with that kid. I don't care how nurturing that is.
That Louis guy from TV, what an asshole.
Yes.
I saw him in the park.
Totally.
And our kids were like playing and shit. And he just was a fucking asshole.
All I did was say, hey, I saw your show. His show's not even that good.
Fuck
I was
him.
being nice.
But that guy's dreaming like, oh, our kids are getting along.
Yes.
We're going to have play dates.
We're
I'm
gonna
going to go
hang
to
out.
Louis' house.
Nope.